Alright everybody, Reggie the Front Row Report here. I have got Allie from the Virginmarys today. How's it going, man? You're over in the UK right now. You just told me you're getting ready to do a video shoot.
Yeah, we've been filming the new video for Just a Ride, which is the next single to go out in America, so it's all good, man. We've got some really good stuff down. Can't wait to get it out there.
Very nice, very nice. Yeah, you guys are, what is it, Tuesday next week? It looks like you're headed over here to start a tour, and you're going to be hitting Indianapolis here on Wednesday, and we are absolutely pumped to have you guys out here.
Oh, it's amazing, man. Yeah, I mean, we just came back from about a 3-month tour over in the States, and we played Indy before, and we can't wait to get back, man. Well, we've got another 2 weeks over there, so that's all good for us.
Nice. Yeah, I had a chance to catch up with you guys when you were in Indianapolis back in, I think it was May. I did a radio festival here. I had a chance to catch up with you guys, and it was great to meet you guys there. You guys put on a great show, and so there's some high expectations here now that we've had a chance to see what you guys are all about live.
Yeah, man. Well, made up to be coming back. It was a great show that we played in Indianapolis. Like, massive privilege to be played, with so many top bands. So, yeah, I mean, any time that we can come back there to play, we always will.
Awesome, man. You guys are promoting the King of Conflict and King of Conflict Stripped right now. You put out the acoustic version of the debut, which I had a chance to check that out the other day, and it's a very good record, very well done, very well put together, produced, and just it's a good take on King of Conflict, I think.
Yeah, I mean, like, a lot of the songs that I write are done, well, mostly on acoustic, and it's just good to get the fans to listen to, how they start off, and, put some harmonies and, some other parts down. It was really fun to go in and spend some time doing an acoustic album, especially like a lot of rock bands don't really do that, but, anything that we can do to give the fans more of the music, we always will, I think.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, a lot of bands, when they sit down, they get ready to write a record, a lot of times they'll write the songs acoustic and then they'll transfer those over to electric. So I was going to ask if, King of Conflict was originally written as an acoustic record, or the songs were written acoustically.
Yeah, I think like the majority of the songs were like it'd just be me with an acoustic in the house, and then you can tell which tunes are going to work well with the three of us. So I'll like take them to the boys, and then we'll jam it out in the practice room, and we'll get like the likes of King of Conflict out there. But it's just good. I love, when I was younger, I'd watch like Neil Young, and a lot of his stuff works well on acoustic and electric, and I think it's really good for people to hear both sides. There's different things that come out from the songs, and sometimes better on the acoustic, or you didn't hear a certain piece. So it's a massive pleasure for us to do.
Yeah, like I said, it's a great record. It came out really well. It sounds so natural just listening to it. It's a very peaceful record as well. A lot of times the bands will do an acoustic record, and it's still got elements of that, the heavy stuff. This is a very peaceful record, and it's very well done. I was really impressed with it.
Nice one.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, that's not right. I think like a lot of on the electric ones, you got kind of a lot of riff-based songs, and I think I took a bit of time to rework them because I don't think it always translates as well on acoustic as it should do. So just took a little bit more time to to rework and rewrite some of them.
Right, and this was the first King of Conflict and then Stripped was the first two releases that you did on a major label that you didn't really do independently. What has been the biggest change and maybe the biggest adaptation you've had to do personally and as a band transferring over to working with a major label? What's different about it?
I think with the like the opportunities that we've been given, I mean, Wind Up have been incredible for us. We went over to sign with them in New York, I think, of October last year, and they've come up with so many so much opportunities for cool stuff to get us out there and to be, touring around America. So I think, probably one of the biggest changes has been the workload, but we're a working band, and we're always going to be wanting to be on the road, and promoting ourselves and doing as much as we can. So it's it's been amazing to have Wind Up, behind us and believing in the stuff that we do.
Yeah, they're a great label. There's some great bands on there. They really do a great job of promoting the bands that they have. What has been the what's been the one thing about signing with a major label and being with them that maybe you didn't expect before you went with it? Because there's going to be some, when you're going into it, there's going to be some things that you've got expectations, but then there's obviously going to be things that take you completely off guard that you had no idea would have happened.
Yeah, sorry, Reggie, you gone off a little bit there.
Oh, can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you now, yeah.
Cool. What are some of the things, what's one of the things or a couple of things that have maybe taken you off guard that you didn't expect when it comes to working with a major label?
I think with so much of the, they've got such a strong team, and I don't think we expected on the 3-month tour that we did earlier this year we were literally waking up, doing radio promos and meet and greets with the fans, and then it would be an interview, and then we go to sound check for the gig, then we play the gig, and it was straight into the next day doing exactly the same thing. So I think it was a bit of an eye-opener for us that there is so much work to be done, for up-and-coming bands, to get the exposure. So we were literally kind of, trying to get bits of sleep where we could. So I think that's probably an eye-opener where, you think maybe when you sign with, a big label, that maybe it becomes easier, but it does become easier because you've got direction of where you're going. But I think the workload's maybe we weren't expecting to be 24/7 on there in America, but it's all cool, man.
Cool. What are some of the? Because I'm sure you've had a chance to look at some of the cities and some of the places you're going to be going in the next couple weeks. What are some of the places that you're just really excited to hit that you didn't think you were ever going to be able to go to?
Well, this time we started St. Louis, which we played before. That's amazing. I mean, pretty much everywhere that we went, we had a great time. I think in Philadelphia, I ran up the Rocky Steps, which I never thought that I'd ever do in my life. So that was like an incredible thing for me. But this time around, I think we're hitting mainly the East Coast, and then we're going to down to Texas, which is really cool. And there's some places in New York. But America's so vast, isn't it? There's I think we're basically looking forward to everywhere, really, man.
Cool. Awesome. Now, you guys are, I read that you guys are having, you're trying to get fans to if they have lyrics tattooed on them, to tweet the lyrics that they have tattoos of, and with some of them, you guys are giving them handwritten copies of the lyrics of their choice. Can you tell me a little bit about that whole thing? Because I think that's really cool.
Yeah, especially with the Acoustic album coming out, a lot of fans have said that they've listened to the lyrics, or the lyrics come through a lot stronger, maybe that way, and they seem to mean a lot to a lot of the people, so much so that they're willing to tattoo themselves with them, which to me is very crazy. And
yeah.
It's a massive compliment, but to have something that I've written on different parts of different people's bodies is I don't know, it's really cool. But we just want to, I don't know, they're obviously fans who feel that strongly about some of the lyrics. Maybe they've changed parts of their lives, so we think it's a really cool thing, and want to give them exposure, and definitely thank them with giving them handwritten lyrics. Anything that we can do on that film. It's just we're so glad to have such a loyal and great fan base.
Yeah, it's really crazy to see how everything's just really just taken off and skyrocketed just this year alone with everything that's happening. It's really cool to see that. I mean, with touring the U.S. and iTunes Editor's Choice, 2 iTunes Singles of the Week, which was the first time iTunes has picked 2 songs from the same album in a week to do that, and then with King of Conflict debuting at number 10 on the Billboard Heat Seekers chart, it just things just keep happening and happening. It's one thing after another. It's really cool to see that with you guys. Does it ever you ever sit back and be like, holy crap?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of anyone's. Well, it's certainly my childhood dream, and the boys as well. And I don't know, we put such a lot of work in, and now these things seem to be kind of happening, and it's snowballing. It's I don't think I ever have sat back and especially doing the American tour that we did from February onwards. Yeah. It was I don't know, you don't really give yourself time to stop and think that we're a small band really from Macclesfield that's doing so well over there. It's an incredible thing. We're really grateful for it, and I don't know. All I can think of is really to better the first album and just get on with it. Really, I'd never want to become. I'd never want to get too involved with thinking that I'm something that I'm not really. I'm basically a songwriter in a band, and I'm really lucky to be travelling and seeing the places that I am doing. So I just keep my head down and get on with it. Really.
Yeah, it's a lot of times you have to just do that if you want to keep going, and a lot of times, especially in music, you have to keep moving ahead and thinking of the future and what's next. You can't. A lot of times you can't get wrapped up in what's already happened. That you have to keep going. It's crazy how busy it can get.
Yeah, man. Like some of our heroes are always bands that have they don't stop with the first album when they get still that hunger to do so much better, and to try different styles of music, even maybe, and I don't know. My ambition's just to write music that'll stay with people, that'll mean so much to them, because there's so much music that's changed my life, and I mean, all the kind of the fame, success that would come with it is kind of secondary to the fact that I just want to write great music.
Yeah, definitely. And have you started planning for the next record at all, or are you really just kind of enjoying the ride on this cycle and what's going on with King of Conflict, or have you started planning for that next record yet?
No, I think we're always planning. I don't think we'd ever settle. Even when I'm not doing anything, there's time off from the band. I'm always writing. Whether it be like writing lyrics on the phone or like writing tunes on the bus. And we've got pretty much a second album there ready to go. We just want to keep on writing new songs, so we can pick out of 20 or 30 songs and make it the strongest that we possibly can. So I think we're always going to be looking at the next step.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me. It's been great.
Oh, cheers, Reggie.
It's been fun, man. And I hope I can catch you when you hit Indianapolis next week. I really hope I can.
I hope so, man.
Awesome, man. Take it easy. Have a great afternoon.
All right, cheers, Reggie.
All right, see ya.
All right, bye, man. Bye.